this is Joe from Nerd in Korea. I am redoing this opening because the volume on the last one was terrible. My microphone does not pick things up even from like over a meter away very well, I think. I gotta fix the audio, and I gotta fix the video, and I gotta fix the lighting, and I'm not good at this whole YouTube thing, I guess. But today we're talking about sack tutors, okay? These are sacrifice tutors is what I mean when I say sack. Probably most of you know that, but just in case. These are great if you want to use things like Madness that allow you to discard the card and cast it anyway, Delirium or Threshold, both which care about having cards in your graveyard. Threshold is how many, Delirium is how many types. But anyway, let's get to the list. Number 10. Okay, we got Legomos, Hand of Hatred, 1 black-red for this 1/3. Rakdos loves sacrificing, so this is already a good start. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/2 red elemental creature token with trample and haste. So if you've got elemental kindred, if you've got even just the ability to create a token and just chuck it every combat, is pretty nice. Especially if you've got some kind of combat tricks to pair this with, it is going to like go off really huge. But anyway, sacrifice at the beginning of the next end step. So this is going to disappear every turn. This is really like a just throw it out every single combat. I don't care what happens. Actually, you prefer that it gets taken out. Because you can tap him, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. So you can tap him and just go get anything. There is this limitation. Activate only if 5 or more creatures died this turn. Again, just this turn. This isn't at sorcery speed or anything. So even if on your turn there isn't 5 things that that go to the graveyard, you can do it, on someone else's turn. If someone plays a board wipe and you haven't used him, and for some reason he's able to survive the board wipe. That's a tricky bit, but you can tap him and there you go. Just go get your whatever you want. Very, very useful. Yeah, so anyway, only 13 cents. That's crazy. A fairly easy to trigger tutor for only 13 cents. You know, take out 5 things or 4 things plus your elemental that your opponents control. And yeah, you're done. Rakdos can just sacrifice as well. Number 9. Servant of the Stinger, our background art here. For 1 and a black is 1/3 with Death Touch. Not bad. 2 mana for a 1/3 with Death Touch. Again, Death Touch does so much work. On him, it kind of functions like evasion, right? No one really wants to block a 1/3 Death Touch because it's just like, I'm losing a creature and I prevent 1 damage, I guess, so, But whenever Servant of the Stinger deals combat damage to a player, if you've committed a crime this turn, you may sacrifice Servant of the Stinger. If you do, search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Okay, so you have to commit a crime. That is a little not too hard, fairly flexible actually. You have to basically target something an opponent controls or an opponent. Again, that's anything on the board, anything in their graveyard, or target them directly. And that's a crime. You can have all kinds of things where you can just tap and maybe exile a card from their graveyard. There you go, done. And yeah, what I would really focus more on is giving him like some kind of evasion to help out. They might block even with the Death Touch just to make sure that you don't get your tutor. So yeah. There's the tricky thing right there, but especially in black, you can keep pulling him out of the graveyard and do this over and over. This could potentially be like a repeatable tutor. So yeah, for only 10 cents, that's pretty crazy. Number 8, I also just love the art on him. It looks so cool. Enigmatic Incarnation. So we got 2 green-blue Simic for this enchantment. At the beginning of your end step, if you may sacrifice another enchantment. So you're sacrificing an enchantment and you can go get a creature that costs 1 mana more. A weird one, but very easy to use, right? How do you do that? You just use enchantment creatures. Pretty much done right there. Then you can, pull something out and then sacrifice that, and then pull something out and then sacrifice that, and then get something just huge, or even just like regularly cast things and then sacrifice them and keep upgrading. So yeah, it's a very easy thing to abuse. And also, if you've got recursion, we've got green, right? Green is good at recurring permanents. So that is enchantments and creatures. You can probably keep pulling them out of your graveyard and then recasting them. And yeah, you'll be able to keep sacking them, the things that you pull back out of your graveyard, and then keep getting whatever you want just over and, I guess, any creature you want, I should specify, just over and over and over though. 86 cents. Number 7, Rushed Rebirth. So for a black and a green, this is an instant. Golgari instant. This is a combat trick, okay? So basically, at instant speed, you're going to say, okay, if someone takes out my thing, I'm going to go get something with a lower casting cost. A creature with a lower casting cost. It does have to be a creature is the limitation, but yeah, anything with a lower casting cost. So usually if someone's using like target removal on something of yours, it is going to be one of your higher mana value things, and you're going to turn that into like added value. Especially if you got like a nice, a few nice entering effects, you can really make them almost regret taking that creature out. You might be able to have something where you can go get it, put it into the battlefield, and it will pull something out of the graveyard. So the thing they just put in the graveyard might come straight back out again. Anyway. Especially in Golgari, very abusable. 28 cents. Number 6. Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree. Such a long name. I had to make the font smaller so that it would fit. Anyway. Come on, guys. Calm down with the name. Anyway, 3 for this legendary artifact. You can pay 2 and tap it. Target opponent mills 3 cards, put a land card from their graveyard into the battlefield tapped under your control. It gains if the land would leave the battlefield, exile it instead. So if you've got any mill deck, not self-mill, milling your opponent's deck, throw this in and your milling other people becomes a ramp for you. You can steal lands out of their graveyard, especially like multi-lands and things like that. Just go get them, throw them onto your battlefield. Oh boy, super mean. This synergy, especially, I just love it. But anyway, also for 10 and tap, not ideal. I didn't even write about this part because it is very good. 10 is crazy, but anyway. Sacrifice Realmbreaker, the Invasion Tree. Search your library for a number of Praetor cards, put them onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Sorry, any number. So if you got Praetors, you can go get all of them and put them straight into the battlefield. Okay, 10 mana is very expensive, but putting all the Praetors onto your battlefield, like, they're pretty strong. It's going to be a real expensive deck. This is not a budget deck thing, but using that, I think that's kind of why I steered away from it. The Praetors are generally not super cheap. There's a couple of cheap ones out there. It's not impossible, but you're not really getting your value unless you've got like a large stack of them, kind of thing. Anyway, 53 cents. Number 5. Okay, Anchor to Reality. This is almost number 1. This is the number 5, almost number 1. Just the casting cost is something that sets it off. But 2 blue for this sorcery. Its speed would be nicer too, but anyway. You could say that about any sorcery always, I know. Anyway, as an additional cost of the spell, sacrifice an artifact or a creature. So an artifact or a creature. Search your library for an equipment or vehicle card, put that card into the battlefield, then shuffle. That is a big upgrade right there. This does cost 4 and you have to sack something, but this goes straight into the battlefield. You can get anything and just chuck it straight into the battlefield. Not anything, any equipment or vehicle. You can probably sort out something that is going to get you to your win con, right? Anyway, if it had mana value less than the sacrifice permanent's mana value, scry 2. So you can use this on anything. But if the thing you sacrifice is more expensive than the thing you go get, you're going to also scry 2, which is a great extra option. So if you've got something like Colossus Hammer, where it's only 1 mana, you can sacrifice a 2 mana creature, go get Colossus Hammer, throw it into the battlefield for free, and then scry 2. Very flexible little bit of, very useful little trick there. 12 cents only. I think this was way more at first, wasn't it? Maybe I'm wrong. Number 4. Evolving Door. 4 is a door. Anyway, I'm done with my stupid rhyming. Okay, 2 and a green for this artifact. Pay 1 mana and tap it, sacrifice a creature. So this is a weird one, but follow me here. Count the number of colors of the sacrificed creature. The number of colors, not pips. It doesn't say pips, it says colors. All kinds of tokens will have colors. They can even have like 2 colored tokens and things like that. So you can easily make these tokens and then pretty much go get anything you want. But anyway. Then search your library for a creature card. That's exactly that many colors plus 1. This is so useful, especially in decks where you want to have 2 colors of things. Like what is the Niv Mizzet? I'm spacing now, but yeah, there's Niv Mizzet. That's all about. Is it? No, I don't remember. I keep almost remembering, so I'm not gonna try because it's brutal watching that. But he cares about how many dual colored permanents you have, so you can keep just going and getting these dual colored things, and then you're going to be able to get them easily just by sacrificing a single colored token. You'll go get your dual colored thing and you cast them, and then you get all these bonuses just for having all these dual things. So that's one example where there's just a huge amount of synergy to take advantage of there. Also, exile that card, then shuffle. So you go get the creature. It does have to be a creature, but you exile the card. So exiling the card does have a downside. It means everyone gets to see it, but also they can't really interact with it, right? I don't know of really anything someone can do where you can cast it from exile, and you can get all kinds of advantages for casting from exile as well. All kinds of extra little bits of synergy. And then, but they can't force you to discard it. They can't mess with your hand. Messing with your hand won't get rid of the card that you go get. So they're going to know it's coming, but they can't really do anything. They can hold up their counter spells or something like that. Hopefully though, you're going to go sacrifice your thing, go get the card you want, and then put it straight in. So they don't have prep time or something like that. Definitely don't give them prep time, but yeah. Also activate only as a sorcery, so you can't wait until it's right about to be your turn to do this, unfortunately. It would be even more useful then, but yeah. Make sure you can get this done on your turn. Anyway, 25 cents only. Number 3. Axgard Armory. Okay, this is one where I think people might be surprised it's so high on the list, but there's one main reason it is. So this is a land, which is nice, but it comes in tapped. You can tap it for 1 white. For 1 red, white, tap it and sacrifice it. Search the library for an aura or equipment card. Reveal them, put them into your hand, then shuffle your library. This tutors 2. You're going to get 2 things. Also, it's a permanent. You can probably get this back to your hand. White is good at getting things out of your graveyard and getting them back to your hand, so you're probably going to be able to do this. Also, Boros loves equipment, right? And frankly, white is really good with auras, so yeah. This is just all kinds of the right synergy right here. Getting 2 cards you need whenever you need it, oh my gosh, that can secure the game for you right there. Anyway, 42 cents only. It keeps going down. Why? Number 2. Okay, Prime Speaker Vanifar. 2 green blue. Sacrifice another creature. Search a library for a creature card with converted mana cost equal to 1 plus the sacrifice creature's mana cost. Put the card into the battlefield, then shuffle. Activate this only anytime you can cast a sorcery. Okay, so what's really nice about this is, okay, you are going and tutoring for whatever you want, but what's really nice is just the fact that you're able to do it. You go straight into the battlefield, right? You're not getting it to your hand and then casting it later. You're just going, okay, now this is in the battlefield right now. You can set off all kinds of entering effects very easily. You can set off all kinds of have all kinds of tricks ready to go with that. So this really does do a lot of work. Remember, most of your creatures are going to be like 1, 2, or 3 mana costs. So even if you have some tokens that you can sacrifice, you can get the 1 and then start going. Or you can just cast them and sack them. That works too, right? 185. Number 1. This was a hard one to choose. Transmutation Font. Alright. Follow me here. I feel like this is a little bit of a risky choice, but I think it's worth it. Anyway, 5 mana for this artifact. The casting cost right off the bat, not great, I admit. But yeah, you can tap this and create a blood, clue, or food token. So the blood allows you to do like discard and draw, which can be very useful for things like delirium. And then the clue is just straight up draw, and then the food, if you need hit points, you can do that. Or if you need life, you can do that. Pay 3, tap them and sacrifice 3 token artifact tokens. So they do have to be artifact tokens with different names. Different artifact tokens. There's the tricky bit. Search your library for an artifact card, put it onto the battlefield, then shuffle. Once again, straight to the battlefield. Not to your hand and then you cast it. You're going to have a blood token, a clue, and maybe a food or a treasure or whatever it is. You sacrifice 3 of them. Just go get any artifact you want, throw it straight into the battlefield. This is colorless. That means any colorless deck, you can really get that. Artifacts and colorless just go together so nicely, and you're going to get your value. That's for sure. Even when when you don't have what you need to activate the tutor ability, this is going to be problem solving, right? This is going to be doing your card draw, or giving you more life. Worst case scenario, you get more card draw or life. Worst case. 96 cents only. The list. Okay, we got Legomos, Hand of Hatred, 13 cents. Servant of the Stinger, 10 cents. Enigmatic Incarnation, 86 cents. Rushed Rebirth, 28 cents. Realmbreaker, The Invasion Tree, 19 cents. Anchor to Reality, 12 whole cents. Evolving Door, 25 cents. Axgard Armory, 42 cents. Prime Speaker Vanifar is 185. And Transmutation Font is a whole 96 cents. Alright, take it easy.